joining us for a few minutes prior to your 8th start here at the RSM Classic. Some pretty good success, top 15 finish back in 2014. I know obviously the area here in the tournament is special to you, so just a few comments on the week and being back here for the 2020 RSM Classic.
It's always nice kind of staying in your home bed. Home game, live 2 miles from the golf course, home golf course. It's good and bad, though. Everybody asks me, is it really easy to play your home tournament? And it's, I'm not going to say there's more pressure, but there's just a lot more going on per se than a normal week on the road and, kind of out of your normal routine. But it's good. I'm not complaining. Home for 3 weeks in a row, mixing a PGA Tour event on a home golf course, so it's good.
It's obviously a little bit different in the world we're living in these days, but this tournament is one that really has become one that players don't want to miss for a lot of reasons. A lot of people live here now, but if you could just comment on Davis Love and him as the tournament host and how special he's really added to the, as far as the value and the appreciation for the tournament.
I mean, Davis is one of the best human beings that I know. I kind of grew up, before the whole Tiger era, grew up kind of idolizing Davis, honestly. Being both from the Southeast, kind of wanted to model yourself after him. And then getting to know him personally over the last, 10 or 15 years. I mean, he's just kind of what you see is what you get, just a unbelievable person. And he's done, he's gone miles for this community and put St. Simon, Sea Island, Glenn County on the map. Just a all-around great person, great family, and it's fun to help them out and just see this tournament and kind of grow with the tournament, honestly, and be a part of it every year and watch how the local charities benefit from it, and they've done an unbelievable job, I think.
Okay, well, I've got one more question, and then we'll open it up to a few of the guys online. You're coming into the week in good form, having collected your second tour win in Punta Cana a while back. How special, A, was that win, and B, just the fall series of events? I mean, you look at a guy like Brendan Todd, obviously, who you're near and dear to, and what he did in the fall last year. How gratifying and special was that win in Punta Cana, and does it kind of set you up through the fall?
It's huge. I mean, I personally like most of the events in the fall. There's definitely some throughout the season that have moved to the fall that I've really liked, but I like getting off to a good start in the fall. There's a lot of Bermuda grass, kind of what I grew up on, so I play a fair amount in the fall. And get to take a little bit more off on the West Coast. So getting off to a good start is awesome. Kind of, I'm not going to say frees you up, but it just kind of opens your schedule for the rest of the year. You don't have to, chase a tournament that you don't really want to play, or if your body isn't feeling great, you don't have to go. You can rest that week. So it's nice to get off to a great start, and then winning just. It's special. It's fun. It takes a lot out of you, but it is the best thing in our sport. There's a few guys that make it look a lot easier than it really is. So it's very gratifying, especially on fulfilling medical, getting my second tour win, setting myself up to have success and get back to where I know that I can play before a couple of my injuries.
Okay, all right, well, perfect. Well, with that, we'll take a few questions. We'll start with Sean Martin with PGAtour.com. Sean?
Hey, Hud.
How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Question, you and Harris had some tough years. He was not playing great for a couple of years and you had injuries. Did you all, that relationship, support each other or help each other through those times or give each other advice? Or just what did that relationship mean during those times?
Yeah, a little bit. We definitely kind of talked about it and kind of talked about it after the fact too. Kind of what's been going on, kind of what happened, and kind of helped each other. I was kind of helping him while he was struggling early on, and the way I was doing things, because that was right in 2017, kind of when he was struggling a little bit, and that was the year I won and had a really nice year. So yeah, I definitely was trying to help him out and the things that I had success doing, and really it just came down to him digging deep and not bouncing around and trying to get back to the basics. And he's done a great job of it. And obviously, me being injured, having doubt, we would definitely text each other, off and on. And he just said, when I was struggling, he's just like, it's golf, man. You're too good not to, be at the top. He goes, just keep grinding. He's like, you're going to get out of this hole, and it's going to be fine. But you got to look at the big picture as opposed to day by day and the results right here in front of you. Just keep getting better, doing the little things, small victories, and then just getting a little bit more confidence each and every day.
And what do you remember about the first time you met him?
It was actually a Southeastern Junior Golf Tour event. Probably, I think I was 10, and maybe he had just turned 9, or he was still like 8 years old. And we always joke about it, but I guess they were over a hill, and I hit a driver. I didn't see the group in front of me, and I hit a driver over them and into their group. And that was probably about the first time I met him when we were young on the Southeastern Junior Golf Tour. Me hitting the ball into their group over their heads. But we've been close friends ever since. So college roommates. We grew up with the same teacher, Bill Conley at Glen Arvin, and then went to Georgia and roomed together, and now both on the PGA Tour together. It's kind of a surreal story.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, we go now to Adam Schuback with Golf Week. Adam.
Thanks, morning. Just bouncing off of what Sean just said there, do you have a story, you remember the first time you heard or met Dustin Johnson?
Ooh. Yeah, it was probably amateur golf. I was senior in high school and played a lot of golf, and that summer on the amateur circuit as opposed to the junior circuit. I just thought it would prepare me a little better for college golf, and ran into him a number of times. Obviously, you're kind of on your own. You can have a good time, and this guy was just uber talented. Nothing fazed him. It didn't matter what was going on. It was just very impressive. I remember the Northeast Amateur. I was rooming with Colton Oast actually at our host family, and guys were just, out and about always. We're gambling, just hanging out, playing cards every night, and just watching this guy dissect this golf course that's on 90 acres, and he's known for his power, and ends up winning by like 3 or 4, I think, that week. It was just impressive. He could win anywhere, and that was kind of my first encounter when I was a senior in high school, just watching the guy go about, and it didn't matter what golf course you were on. He didn't really care. It was just shooting low numbers every week.
Sure. Doug mentioned, you had a bit of a long stretch between victories, and the next guy coming in for the media center went more than 9 years, Stuart Sink. What do you make of him getting back in the winner's circle and also doing it, in his late 40s?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Stuart's he's a great dude. He's one of the nicest guys out here, most upbeat, person out here, positive, and you could kind of see it coming. Honestly, I played a fair amount of golf with Stuart over the last few years, and obviously he was on a medical before, I think a minor medical, but we've kind of been in the same category, and we've been playing, and man, he hits it plenty far. And his short game's gotten tight again. It's been really impressive to watch. We both were in France last year together. It was my first rehab start back after foot surgery, and went over there, and bad weather, and we both had pretty good weeks. And I think he had finished maybe like 4th or 5th the week before in Houston. So he was playing good golf, and it's It's great to see. I mean, I was so happy for Stuart and Lisa and to have his son on the bag and just, I mean, it doesn't come as a shock. I mean, the guy hits it as far as anybody really on tour other than maybe Bryson, and there's maybe 3, but he can, get it out there with anybody. So that wasn't an issue, and just, it's really nice to see him playing good again.
All right. And as a resident of this area, what are some of the restaurants that you recommend? How do you describe the golf scene here to people?
Oh, it's an amazing place, and the community welcomes the golfers with open arms. Some of my favorite restaurants are Halyard's, Delaney's, Crab Daddy's, Mellow Mushroom to catch some games. That's probably the best place to watch some football games on the weekend. And then a new place, Fiddler's, little seafood, kind of open air right on the marsh. It's a great place. So we enjoy going to those spots. There's a few others, but those are kind of our main go-to.
Thanks for your time.
Yep.
All right. Well, Hudson, I think that's what we got. I've got my dinner reservations lined up for tonight based on what you just said. So
Perfect.
thank you for your time and have a great week, and I will be sure to look out for you.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
See ya.